G'day students, welcome to the third and final outcome task for our remote learning so far. With the information that was presented yesterday on the new roadmap, it sounds like at the start of next term, those of you who are completing a VCE subject might be able to come into school for portions of your week, which would be really nice. I know that we're sick of staring at these computer screens from our bedrooms or our studies or our lounge rooms and just get that bit of fresh air. Also, changing the exercise to 2 hours per day as of that upcoming date is a pretty exciting thing for most of us, and being able to sort of meet one other person outdoors, I think is going to be a welcome sight for people who really do enjoy their health and physical education. Well, today is our outcome task day, and as usual, being flexible within this remote learning, I've given 2 lessons of work time to complete this. On Thursday's class, we will be starting to do our revision for the SAC next week. However, I'm not asking for this outcome task to be completed until the end of Thursday. So I'm giving you that time as well to complete this task for those people that want to take a little bit longer. It should be a relatively straightforward and simple task, but I'm throwing 2 challenges at you during this task, which you might not have had to call upon these skills during remote learning, and I'm hoping that the challenge, you see it and take it on for face value. So just as I always do, just showing you where we're at here, this will be the third and final outcome task, and then we can prepare for our SAC before we will have completed the whole of this sequence and move into our second sequence. So where we see ourselves right now is right down here at week 8 of our learning, lesson 22 and then 23. Human development as our focus, and outcome task 3 is being completed. So if I direct you over to our Compass page here and you go over to resources and open up week 8, you'll see 2 documents. The first document that I would like you to complete is this quick little one here called Exploring Development. You can upload this to the same learning task as your outcome task 3. This should take you no more than 5 to 10 minutes, and I believe you should do it first because it's a really quick little reminder about each of the aspects within the human lifespan development, just to get your brain ticking over again and recall that information from the last couple of weeks. Because over the weekend, no doubt, we've switched off and we need to come back to this. So very, very simple. Just opening up this document, using the examples, identify which type of development and when it might happen, you could add as well. So development of body image. Is that physical, social, emotional, or intellectual? Maybe it's 2 and you can list 2. And if you think you know which one of those lifespan areas in which it might timestamp into, write that down as well. So as you go through each of these, it's just again triggering your brain to think of, oh yes, I remember that, I remember that. So then if we come back here and open up outcome task 3, you can actually begin this outcome task. Now, as I said to you, there's 2 challenges I'm throwing at you. The first challenge is to change your writing style from information and just facts into advice. So what you're actually going to be doing is for each of the lifespan timestamps, which I've categorized here. Now I broke the early and lates into just simple categories of childhood and adulthood here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things needing to be created. And you need to give advice about what to expect in this category for the lifespan development for a parent who is about to have a baby for the first time. So I want you to think about this. You have done the research across the last 2 weeks about all of the things that you're going to learn, to develop, to grow within that prenatal stage. So you need to create a really easy and simple to read and visually appealing as well piece of information that is going to be given to a brand new parent so that they can read through and know what to expect in the prenatal stage. Your baby will be growing at this rate. Your baby will be able to do this. During this stage, you can do this. And don't forget that it's not just a fact, it needs to be written as advice for that person. Now, you'll notice that each of the items that I have suggested here are no more than one page. Whether you do a poster, a brochure, whether you record yourself, whether you do a PowerPoint with one slide, whether you're creating a website to click to, I don't want mountains of information. It's meant to be an information advice page. And so I can pick up the prenatal page, read through it, and know what to expect as a first time parent during this stage for the development of my young one. Then you need to move on to the next one, infant, and create another poster, another brochure, etc. However, read carefully. You can work individually, in which you would have to do 5 posters or 5 brochures, or in groups to complete this task. So if I choose to work with John or Sam, John can do prenatal, Sam can do infant, I will do childhood. So if you're smart about this and you want to get in touch with 5 people, yourself and 4 others, you only need to create 1 poster, 1 brochure, and everyone else does one. And as a team, you complete a package deal to submit. Now, the reason I've made that decision is if you choose to do this solo and you are cutting out the teamwork aspect, then you need to create all the brochures and tasks yourself. But all the information is already on your 2 weeks worth of tables. However, if you want to work as a group, then I'm putting a little asterisk there and saying each of the members of the group, so the more people you're working with, the harder this becomes, each of their final products needs to look the same. Same font, same color coding, same size. So regardless of how you choose to go about this, if you choose to do group work, you're going to be showing me online communication skills within your group, planning and preparation to make sure that all 5 brochures, parts of the website or posters all look the same. And the advice is written as advice, all in the same wording tones. And if you work individually, then you're using all that information yourself, but individually you have a higher workload. So it's totally up to you. Start thinking about who you might want to work with, whether it's 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, and make sure that as a team, you indicate to me that you have worked together. So I know if somebody just uploads one and it's on behalf of 5 people, that each of those 5 people have completed their work. Good luck with this task. There'll be a Zoom, so if you need any help, just come on board and see how you're going.